Hey everybody, Jeremy here. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Roku Indoor Camera SE. That's right, Roku now does more than just streaming solutions for your television. They now have indoor cameras. Now this is the most affordable model that they have that you can pick up at Walmart. The price is about $26, so it's very affordable. This is a wired version, means that you have to plug it into an outlet in order for it to work, and it just connects to your home Wi-Fi, and it will allow you to monitor your camera wherever you may be. Now, there's only a couple things that you need in order for this to work, and that's going to be a Wi-Fi signal, and then you also need to download the Roku Smart Home mobile app in order for this to work. When you take a look at the box, the things that you get inside of it is going to be the camera. You're going to get a wall plate, power adapter, a USB charging cable, a screw kit, and mounting tape. So overall, pretty simple to set up. Now, when it comes to these indoor cameras, a lot of brands require you to have a subscription in order to take advantage of everything that the camera has to offer. And the Roku Indoor Camera is no different. However, the subscription for the Roku camera seems to be less necessary than other cameras. So as I look at it here on my phone, the Roku Smart Home subscription price currently is $2.99 per camera each month as part of a promotion that ends on November the 30th, 2022, after which the price is going to go up to $3.99 for the first 3 months. Then there's also a yearly subscription, which is currently $29.99 per camera per year for the promotion. And then after that, it's going to be $39.99 per camera for the first year. Now, some of the things that you can get with the subscription that you can't get without the subscription includes person detection, package detection, vehicle detection, pet detection, event filtering, and no delays in between events. If you choose to not buy the subscription, you can still use the camera as normal, but you won't get any of those features that I mentioned, and there will be a 5-minute delay between events. But you will be able to live stream the camera feed. You will be able to access cloud recording, but you can only look at images from the cloud. You need a subscription if you want to look at videos from the cloud. And you're still going to get sound alerts, and you're still going to get smoke and CO alarm detection. Now, so the big thing here to me is going to be the cloud storage. So you can go back and look at all your videos, but fortunately, this comes with the micro SD card slot. So you can put a micro SD card inside of here in order to get continuous recording locally, and you won't need to access the cloud in order to get to it. So that is a big plus for this. So for me personally, I don't need the subscription at all. Some more features for this camera includes 1080p Full HD video, the motion and sound detection like I mentioned, notifications, color night vision, an 80 dB loud siren, enhanced two-way audio, person detection, and of course cloud storage if you choose to pay for it. All right, so I want to get this all set up, show you what it looks like. So here's just a closer look at some of the things that come with the camera. This is going to be your 2 screws with the wall anchors. This here is going to be some double-sided 3M mounting tape. You're also going to get this micro USB charging cable, and then the power adapter to plug it into the wall. So here's a nice look at the camera, 360 degrees. Everything is nice and square. And then it also has a stand that you can just tip that over and see this magnetic stand here. This is a magnet. So if you have something that's magnetized, you can just stick it onto that. And this magnet also comes off. So you can remove it if you want. So the stand is nicely integrated into the body. You almost can't see it, but as you can see here, you can just sort of pull it out. And then you can balance it sort of like that. So if you want to have it at a specific angle, you can have it going up further. You can have it looking straight up like this. You can have it looking straight ahead like that. You can sort of point it down a little bit, but if you do, it gets kind of top heavy and it wants to topple over. So don't go down too low unless you have something to hold it in place with the magnet. So, but I would imagine most people will probably have it more or less centered just like this, and then you will be good to go. Remove this film that protects the lens, And all you have to do at this point is just plug it in, connect it to the app, and see how it looks. So let me show you how that works. So I got the camera plugged in here, and I have the Roku Smart Home app pulled up on my phone, so you can see how this works. Now, I've already entered my account information for my Roku account, so that's something you'll need to do. Either enter your information or you'll have to create a new account. I'm going to go down here to Add New Device. I'm going to go to Cameras and Doorbells. I'm going to pick Indoor Camera, but just so you know, they also have an Indoor Camera 360 that rotates around. You can also find that at Walmart as well. It is more expensive than this one. They also have outdoor cameras too. So if you want more Roku products, you know what to do. All right, so let's do Indoor Camera. Plug it into an outlet. The light on the front of the camera will begin flashing red. See if you can see that there. So it is flashing red. I'm going to hit next. Pull the base away from your camera. Press setup on the bottom of the camera. All right, so let's do that. There's a setup button right there on the left side of the camera. So basically where the U in Roku is, you follow that around and it says setup. So let's go ahead and press the setup button.
Ready to connect.
All right, hit the button that says, the checkbox that says I heard ready to connect. Hit next, allow your location. They need all your information, right? So, okay. Now I had to cut out some of the video and skip ahead because it asked me for my Wi-Fi ID and my password. So that's the part that you didn't see. It only supports 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi connections, and that's a bummer because 5 gigahertz is better, but it only supports 2.4. So maybe you have that or a dual band router, you'll still be able to do it. And then the other part that I cut out after that is when it asked me to scan the QR code on the phone with the camera. So I just basically had to put my phone in front of the camera. It scanned the QR code, and now we are on the name your device screen. So I'm just going to call it Roku Cam. And let's say we're just going to put this in the living room. Well, actually, the name corresponds to the suggesting. So I'm just going to say living room, right? And finish naming. And then you get a 14-day free trial of Roku Smart Home subscription, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to hit continue. And there's a firmware update. So let's do that and come back when it's done. So while the firmware is being updated, I also want to point out that if you want to use the micro SD card, the slot is located right under the camera next to the setup button. There's the micro SD card slot right there. So all you gotta do is just kind of stick a fingernail under there and pull back this flap, pull back that door. Then you'll be able to put your micro SD card in there, and then you will have your continuous storage. So let me just kind of put that back in there. Sits nice and flush. And then you'll be good to go. Firmware is all installed. So here's a look at the Roku Smart Home app. So I'm just going to hit living room. It says set video quality to HD quality, higher quality or SD quality for higher speed. You can turn the sound on and off. You can hold to speak. View videos and buttons in the videos and photos in the album, and then you can record a video to your mobile device. Pinch to zoom as well. All right, so here we go. This is a live view of the camera. I'm just going to move that up a little bit here to give you a sense of what the quality is going to be like. Now, the lighting in this room is decent, because I'm filming this video. So as you can kind of look, you see that there is a ring light over there. Can't see it, it's kind of blown out, but trust me, there's a ring light over there. And then there's a light above me. So more or less typical situation. My blinds are drawn, but if you're in a better lit room, wide open blinds, big windows, then your quality is definitely going to be better here. This is set on HD, so the sound is off as well. I'm going to take a photo. And then we'll be able to look inside of our album in order to see what that photo looks like. So I'm going to go to more, I'm going to hit album, photos, and there's me right there. It's got the Roku logo down there at the bottom, as well as a timestamp on the bottom right hand corner. At least for my phone, it looks pretty decent.
Oh, hello. So, what I'm doing here is testing the sound quality from this camera. I'm here in the living room. I'm talking probably a little bit louder than I normally would, just to see how good the mic is. I'm probably a good, I don't know, 8 to 10 feet away from the camera. And it's got 130-degree field of view, so that's a pretty decent field of view, I have to say so myself. But I'm going to get up and I'm going to walk a little bit closer to the camera. So now I am right over it, talking in the same volume. But just to give you a sense, if you were, in the living room, walking around, talking to people, could you be able to hear what someone is saying while they're just simply walking around? Well, this should give you a pretty good indication on what it's like.
So I am in the closet with the camera, all lights turned off, and this is what the night vision looks like. I'm looking at myself in the phone there. And yeah, you'll be able to see what the night vision is like. It's a totally dark closet. And yeah, this is kind of weird, but just wanted you to see what it looks like. And there's 4 red lights on the camera as well that let you know that the night vision is activated. So it's the very next day, and I wanted to give some wrap-up thoughts about this camera. I think for the price that you pay for it, $26 and some change, I think that you're getting a pretty good deal with this camera, with the most important thing being the video quality. And when I look back at it, I thought the video quality was acceptable. It's not the best video quality in the world, and you're certainly not going to mistake it for something that you shoot on your cell phone. But I think for its intended purpose, to sit there as a sentinel and just keep watch over the area that you have it pointed at, you can easily make out faces, you can easily tell who's coming and going. And I love the fact that it has a night sight feature. It has an infrared sensor so that you can still make out faces completely in the dark. And I think when I was in that closet, it still came out looking pretty darn good. I also like some of the features that they throw in with this camera. It has a 2-way communication system, just like a video doorbell. You can go into the app and then you can just turn on the speaker. You can speak into your phone and your voice will come out through the camera like a second later. People can talk back. I really do like that about this camera as well. And I think that the features inside of the app are also pretty good and fleshed out. I do want to let you know that you can remove the timestamp that says the date and the time of which you're recording. If you want to, there's an option in the app to turn that off. You can turn off the Roku timestamp. And when you see that blue or that green tracking box that just sort of tracks where people are and it tracks your hand like it's auto-focusing, you can turn that off as well. So if those things distracted you, just know that you don't have to leave those on. And just a few other features that this app gives, I think that is good. There's a built-in siren, so you can just make a siren go off on the camera. You can also initiate a time lapse and utilize the micro SD card that records footage in continuous 1-minute increments. If you want to do that, you've got event recordings. You can change the detection settings. You can change the sensitivity of those detection settings all here within the app. And if you have a Google Home device, or if you have an Amazon Alexa device like a Fire TV, you can sync those up and look at the video camera right there on your TV. And you get all of that, and you don't even have to pay the subscription fee if you don't want to pay it. You pay the subscription fee if you want to have those specialized detection features and if you want to utilize the cloud storage. But other than that, you really don't need it. Pop in a micro SD card and just let it run continuously. And when it's all filled up, it'll overwrite itself like a dash cam. I think that's great. The worst thing about this camera, though, is definitely going to be the onboard audio quality. I think it is horrible. You saw the clip. I had to turn that up a whole lot. And even when I did that, I'm not sure how well you can even make out what I was saying. And even when I was right on top of the camera, it just sort of sounds like I'm a little bit underwater, and it's just weird. It's not good. It's not good. So if you're just trying to capture voices and you want to hear what people are saying, it's not going to sound good through a recording, if you just listen to the two-way audio monitoring system that you can use on the smartphone and you can talk back and forth, if you do it that way, then yeah, you can hear pretty good. But as far as hearing it in the recording, it's not good. It's not good. But yeah, keep in mind that since this is connected to Wi-Fi, your connection is going to have an effect on how good the video quality looks. So if you've got your camera on the opposite side of the house away from the router that only does a 2.4 gigahertz connection, then the video quality is not going to be as good. But if they're relatively close together, or just as long as they're not super far away with a whole lot of things blocking their path, then the video quality will be good enough to use as a security camera. So all that being said, I do recommend it if you're looking for a cheap, very affordable, very easy to find indoor security camera that you don't have to worry about buying a subscription for in order to get the core features that you might want to use. So that is it, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, I'm Jeremy, and I'll talk to you later.